Beginning the practice by lying down flat on our backs, hands beside us, palms facing up to the sky, and gently inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose here. Just allowing ourselves a few moments of peace and quiet, steadying the mind and the breath before we begin today's flow. And with our mind calm and our body heavy, we're just going to bring some gentle movements in by turning the head from left to right, massaging the back of the head, the neck. And then on your next inhale, you're going to bring both knees into the chest, hugging them close and gently rocking the body from side to side, massaging the lower back. And with slow and gentle movement, just going to allow the knees to fall over to the left hand side, taking your gaze over to the right and bringing your arms into a T shape, coming into a beautiful spinal twist. Breathing gently and easy here, feeling all that space you're creating down the right hand side of the body. Embracing the pose. And with your next inhale, we're going to bring the knees back to the center and allow them to fall over to the right hand side, switching our gaze, allowing our arms to remain in the T position, creating space down the left hand side of the body now with easy breathing. And bringing the knees into the centre once more, hugging them closely to us, massaging that lower back by gently moving from side to side. Coming into some deeper twists, so when you're ready, allowing the left leg to lie flat into the mat, hugging the right knee close. Begin by moving the ankle in circles one way, moving it in circles the other, and then when you're ready, inhaling through the nose, and as you exhale, you're going to bring the right knee over to the left hand side of the body, taking our gaze over to the right hand side. Not staying in this twist for too long, so when you're ready, bringing the right knee back into the center, bringing the left to meet the right and hugging them into your chest, rocking from side to side. You're then going to allow the right leg to lie flat onto the mat, hugging the left knee in close, and begin to make some circles with the ankle, circling it one way and then circling it the other. And with your next inhale, going to hug the knee close, and as you exhale, you're going to bring the left knee over to the right hand side of the body, taking your gaze over to the left hand side. Really embracing this twist here by breathing in easy and slow. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and bring the left knee back into the center and hugging both knees in close to the chest now, maybe raising the head off the floor, the shoulders, giving yourself a well-deserved hug, and then gently relaxing the head back to the mat. You're going to cross the ankles, taking the hands underneath the knees and create some momentum, so rocking from back and forth, maybe creating so much momentum that you come all the way up into a seated position. And once you've found yourself in a comfortable seated position, we're going to inhale, take the arms overhead, and as we exhale, we're going to twist over to the left hand side, taking the right hand on top of the left knee, breathing here, creating length down the spine. And inhale, take the arms back overhead and twist to the other side, imagining that every time you breathe out in this pose, you twist a little deeper. And I'm bringing ourselves back into the center by inhaling, taking our arms overhead. And as you exhale, you bring your hands into prayer in the center of your chest. And 2 more times, we're going to inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, bring them into prayer. Inhale, arms go all the way over the head, stretching up. And as you exhale, bring the hands into prayer here. And when you're ready, lowering the hands to the mat and moving into your tabletop. So checking the alignment here with the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to tuck the toes and work through our cat-cow. So inhale, drop the chest. And as you exhale, you curve that spine, pushing in your hands. Inhale, drop the chest, look forward. And exhale, curve that spine, really pushing into the hands, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale. And exhale with this movement. Taking a few more times here. And when you're ready, bringing your spine to a neutral position and moving your hands just a little bit further forward. We're going to work some spinal circles, so moving yourself all the way over the wrists and the body back down to the ankles. Waking up the wrists, waking up the toes, the legs, the shoulders here. And then when you've taken the circles one way, you're going to move and take them the other. And waking up the spine a little bit more by creating some spinal waves. So when you're ready, using the movement of cat-cow, you're going to inhale, drop the chest, really arching the back and bring your hips down. And when you inhale, you're going to curve that spine, coming all the way back onto your hands. And creating movement like this. Closing the eyes, imagining the waves that they're creating up and down your spine with this movement. And taking this movement a few more times before finally relaxing and tucking the toes and coming into your child's pose. Your hands stretched out in front, forehead onto the mat. Your hips and knees as wide as feel comfortable. And just relaxing here by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you search for a deeper stretch of the shoulders, you can come onto the fingertips, lifting the elbows off the floor, imagining your hands like little spiders, really stretching the shoulders and the arms here, before allowing the hands to relax back into the mat and moving all the way up into your tabletop position. And stretching out the left hand, just going to take the right hand underneath the left, coming in to thread the needle pose, and really opening the chest here by allowing the left hand to come behind the back. Pushing the left shoulder up to the sky, really opening the chest here. And then gently allowing the left hand back into the mat and moving to the other side, so threading the left arm underneath the right, You're then going to take the right hand over onto the back, pushing the right shoulder up to the sky, opening the chest and stretching the shoulders here. And when you're ready, we're going to move into our first flow. So coming back into your tabletop, tucking the toes and moving briefly into your down dog. So pushing the hip bones all the way up into the sky, pedaling one leg, pedaling the other. Bringing your chest closer to your knees before allowing your knees into the mat, coming into tabletop. And then taking the right leg forward into your low lunge. Taking your hands onto your knees to feel sturdy. And inhale, take the arms overhead. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your arms into cactus arms, so opening your elbows to the side, pushing the chest forward, coming into a mini back bend. And then bringing the hands into prayer, you're going to twist over to the right hand side, so hooking the left elbow onto the right knee, taking your gaze to the back of the room. And working with our breath here, so when you're ready, inhale, take the arms all the way up into the sky, and as you exhale, going to bring the elbows to the side into cactus. Inhale, arms up, exhale into cactus. Inhale up, exhale, elbows to the side. Inhale up to the sky, exhale into cactus. And this time when we inhale, we're going to take the hands all the way to the mat, leaving the left hand down and stretching the right hand all the way up to the sky here, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Taking our gaze up to the sky before allowing the hands into the mat, come back into the tabletop, tucking the elbows in, coming over the wrists, going to lower the chest, leaving the hip bones in the sky before moving through to upward dog. Looking back on the left leg, looking at the right, before pushing back into our tabletop, tucking the toes and moving into our down dog, pushing the hip bones up to the sky, pedaling one leg and pedaling the other, and taking the flow to the other side, so allowing our knees back down into tabletop. We're going to bring our left leg all the way forward into low lunge, hands onto our knees to bring ourselves up, before inhaling, bringing the arms overhead, and exhaling, bringing the arms into cactus arms. Taking the hands into prayer, we're going to twist over to the left hand side, so hooking the right elbow on the left knee, taking our gaze to the back of the room. Working with our breath once more, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms back overhead, and exhale, take the elbows to the side, cactus. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale to the side. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, bring them to the side. Inhale, up, exhale to the side. And this time when we inhale, taking the arms up, we're going to then allow the hands to the mat, leaving the right hand down and sweeping the left arm all the way up to the sky, opening the chest here. Inhale. As you exhale, bring both hands into the mat, moving back into our tabletop, tucking in the elbows, coming over the wrist, allowing the chest down, hip bones up to the sky, before pushing all the way through to our up dog. Checking our left leg, checking our right, and moving back into our child's pose briefly. creating more space in the body by walking our hands over the left hand side, creating space down the right hand side. Walking our hands back into the center and taking them over to the right hand side, creating space down the left hand side of the body. And walking our hands back into the center. We're going to inhale here, bringing ourselves back into tabletop, checking our alignment, tucking our toes, and pushing up into our down dog, so chest close to the knees, hip bones up to the sky. Pedal one leg, pedal the other. Before allowing our knees back into tabletop and taking the right leg forward into a low lunge. Inhale, arms come overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our arms into a T shape, twisting over to the right hand side, palms facing forward. Feeling strong here as we inhale. And as we exhale, the left hand comes up into the sky. Right hand moves back to perhaps meet the mat or the back of the leg, opening up the side body. And inhale, bringing the body back up before exhaling and bringing the left hand down to the mat, right hand up to the sky. If you search for a deeper stretch, you can walk the right foot out to the side, bending the left leg, and perhaps reaching round, finding the foot and opening the chest here. Before gently allowing the back leg to relax, bringing both hands into the mat and moving into our tabletop. Tucking the elbows coming over the wrists, pushing the hip bones up to the sky, lowering the chest before moving into upward dog, checking the left leg, checking the right. Before tucking the toes, moving into our tabletop and back to our down dog. Pedaling one leg, pedaling the other. Ready to take the flow on the left hand side. So lowering the knees, we're going to bring the left leg all the way forward, coming into our low lunge. Inhale, take the arms overhead. And as we exhale, bringing the arms into a T shape, going to move over to the left hand side, so bringing both palms forward and twisting here. Inhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the right hand overhead, allowing the left hand down, perhaps touching the back of the leg or the mat, opening up the side body. Inhale, bring the body back up, arms into T shape. And then exhale, allow the right hand into the mat, taking the left hand overhead. And again, if you search for a deeper stretch, you can walk the left leg out to the side, bending the back knee and opening up here. Allowing the back leg into the mat, taking the hands down, elbows in over the wrist, lowering the chest, hip bones up to the sky. Pushing into our upward dog, checking out left leg, checking our right leg, before allowing the chest all the way down to the mat, hands come down to the side. Just relaxing here for a moment. So moving into our restorative back bend by bringing our hands next to our chest and allowing the forearms into the mat, we're going to push up into our Sphinx Pose. So all 10 fingers pointing forwards, taking our gaze forwards and pushing into those forearms, really opening the back, the shoulders and the chest here. If you search for a deeper back bend, you can push into the hands, straighten the arms, coming all the way into the full expression of the Sphinx Pose. However, if this is uncomfortable for you, then I recommend moving back down onto the forearms, taking the gaze forward and staying here. Feeling strong in our forearms and our shoulders as we continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And moving ourselves out of this pose slowly and gently. If you're on your hands, then moving down onto the forearms. And then from the forearms, lowering the whole chest down to the mat. Taking our arms into a T shape, we're going to move onto some shoulder stretches. So rolling all the way onto our left hand side. If you're searching for a deeper stretch, then bending the right knee behind the left leg. And staying here. Embracing the stretch. Balancing out our breathing and calming the mind. If your leg is bent, then lowering it back on top of the other and bringing the whole body back into the center before rolling over to the right hand side. Again, you can bend the left leg behind the right leg if you search for a deeper shoulder stretch. Just staying where you feel comfortable here. And when we're ready, moving back into the center, bringing the hands next to the chest, we're going to push into our upward dog before coming back into our tabletop, crossing the ankles and coming all the way into a seated position. Taking our legs all the way out in front and moving onto our sit bones. We're going to inhale, take the arms all the way overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to forward fold over the legs. Now it doesn't matter if your hands reach your toes or your ankles. You can bend the knees if it feels too tight here. But just remembering to roll back the shoulders, creating space along the collarbone and bringing our chest closer to our knees. Feeling this beautiful forward fold. Never forcing or pushing here, just staying where our body feels comfortable, where our body chooses to go. And when you're ready, going to inhale, coming all the way up, hugging the left knee in close. We're going to hug it round with our right arm and twist over to the left hand side, taking our gaze to the back. Bringing our knee closer to our chest, keeping that beautiful length up the spine. Before gently relaxing the left leg down to the mat and bending the right knee, hugging the right knee close with the left arm and twisting over to the right hand side. Again, keeping beautiful length in that spine. And this time, as we lower the right leg back down, we're going to bring our feet into the mat, bending the knees before lowering our body all the way down into the mat. Keeping the ankles under the knees, we're going to move them as close as it feels comfortable to our hip bones, coming into our bridge poses. So inhale, pushing the hip bones up to the sky. We're going to take our hands all the way overhead, pushing in our feet, feeling this beautiful stretch here down the back, in the legs, the shoulders. And as we exhale, lowering the hips, lowering the hands, before windscreen wipering our knees from right to left. Taking this movement 2 more times, so inhale, push into the feet, taking the hands overhead, stretching here. And exhale, lowering the hips, lowering the hands back to the mat, taking the knees from left to right. And again, planting the feet firmly into the mat. We're going to inhale, take the hips up to the sky, taking the arms overhead. And if you search for a deeper stretch, you can take hold of your elbows, bringing your feet close to the hip bones, maybe coming all the way onto your tiptoes, pushing the pelvis, the hips up to the sky, stretching here, holding, strong and grounded. For taking our feet back down, lowering the hips, lowering the hands, and bringing one knee, bringing the other into the chest, hugging close, before allowing the knees to fall all the way over to the right hand side, taking our gaze over to the left, ending the practice as we began with some beautiful spinal twists. Inhale, bring the knees back into the center and allow them to fall to the left hand side, switching our gaze. And inhale, bring the knees into the center, hugging close, gently rocking from side to side, before allowing both the legs to relax into the mat, hands down by the side, coming into the final pose of Shavasana. Allowing ourselves a few more moments of peace and positivity by inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And maybe repeating with the rhythm of your breath, let go. bringing ourselves back into the room by taking in a deep inhale and a slow exhale, moving the fingers, moving the toes, before bringing one knee, bringing the other into the chest, hugging close and allowing the knees to fall to one side, taking the hands underneath the head like a little pillow, coming into the fetus pose. And keeping the eyes closed and the head heavy, just bringing ourselves all the way up into a comfortable seated position, shoulders rolled back, creating length down the spine. And shaking off any stagnant energy here by inhaling, bringing the shoulders all the way up to the ears, and as we exhale, we drop them. Inhale, take the shoulders all the way up, and exhale, drop them. Final time, inhale, squeezing here, before exhale, dropping the shoulders. And taking our palms together, we're going to rub our palms so fast, creating beautiful heat. And then when you're ready, taking the palms over your eyes, blinking your eyes open into your hands, before bringing your hands into Namaste in the center of your chest. Thank you for joining me on the mat today, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.